What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Lasting Thoughts Podcast. I am your host, Digital Relaxation. We are back again for another episode, and this is my second take of doing this. Like literally, when I was doing this podcast, my power cut out momentarily. Luckily, I was still in the beginning, so it's not like I did the whole thing and now I gotta do it all over. I probably wouldn't even record it. So take two, I guess. Yeah. So yeah. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode and what you're gonna hear, please be sure to share and rate this podcast as always. And little update, because y'all probably noticed, I did not upload last week, and for two reasons. One, I just didn't feel like making an episode, kinda. And this episode I want to do, I don't think it's gonna happen, but it'll be nice if it does. So if it don't come out next week, then yeah, it didn't happen. But that's about it. So I'm planning on, I want to take it back to my old format for this episode and go back to my what I've been up to section and the topic split. So that's where we're gonna go. So starting off with what I've been up to, let's go into the gaming side. Been playing some WWE 2K with the boys. We were playing it until we realized that it's a better idea that we just have the matches be simulated by the bots and we just watch the match, because what we do is we basically have like our own little storylines going on with our own creative characters and whatnot. We have a few, like a good amount of creative characters, and like telling the stories but also playing the game at the same time. It's like, because the game mechanics is annoying and it'd be a hassle. So it does just be fun and easier to just watch and let the story naturally progress through whoever wins. And it's funny because like some of the matches happen naturally, like the way that we want it to happen, and it's so funny because it goes with the storyline so well. We actually did like one of our big shows. It's like 2 hours long. I put it on my YouTube channel. I don't know if I talked about it in my last episode, but we did that. And yeah, probably gonna do more. I'm not sure. Not on that channel though. Probably gonna make another channel for it if we continue doing those. If not, you can always catch it live. That's how we watch it. I live stream it and we all watch my live stream. Which is Digital Relaxation, both YouTube and Twitch. So dude, I don't know if you heard that. But yeah, what we've been doing is that, and we also recently got back into Siege. Siege was actually like our game before Apex came around. Siege came out in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get a good check on that. Yeah, December 2015. So right at the end of the year, and I've been playing it pretty much since. I believe I played the beta as well. But yeah, we've just been playing it since, and don't remember what season or year, because they on year 8. Like they do year 8 season 1. That's what they're currently on now, is year 8 season 1. They about to go on season 2 soon. But I don't remember what year or season I stopped from looking at the characters. Like when we was like heavy in the game, I would probably say Gridlock and Mosey. I don't remember what year season they came in. If they would tell me, that would be helpful. They not telling me. Yes, I don't remember what year or season he came in, but that was the last season we was taking the game serious. We dabbled in it a little bit when Warden came out, Nook came out, Goyo came out, and probably after that, that's when we kind of completely stopped. And we just came back on it heavy now. So yeah, that's been fun getting back into the game with a whole new fresh start on it, just not burning yourself out on games you enjoy. I guess that's what happened with me in Apex. Well, I got burnt out on the Battle Royale formula, which funny enough, I actually just recently started playing Fortnite again. Mainly I only play with my friend. I don't play solo, and I don't even try hard in that game. I just be messing around with them, and if we win, we win. If we don't, it's whatever. But I don't know if I'm gonna get back into Apex. Like, I tried, and by try, I mean I downloaded the game, started it, looked at the main menu, and that was it. I uninstalled it again. So I don't know if I'll ever get back into Apex. But yeah, can't taking breaks so you don't burn yourself out of games that you enjoyed at one point. It's good. The next game I've been playing, which sadly is kind of disappointing, which is Redfall. This is game, funny enough, the sole purpose of me and kind of wanting this game is for the characters, mainly one of them, the one I play. I forgot her name, bruh. What's your name? Layla. There you go. I liked her design and like the trailer and her promotional art. Like, you see any of her pictures, like she looks dope. And then when you get the game, she still looks cool, but I don't know, like something like she just looks plain, if that makes sense. Like her face texture, her face model, like I don't know, it doesn't capture the same fierceness that she has in her pictures, like the attitude, like you could see like her attitude, her personality through her face in the marketing photos. But the game, like, I don't know, it doesn't really give me that vibe when you play with her. But that game, yeah, sadly, if you don't have the Game Pass, you can play it for free on the Game Pass. If you don't have the Game Pass, do not pick this game up at full price. Even if it's just something like you and your friends are bored and you're looking for a game, I still don't recommend this at full price. This game it feels like it just has no soul in it. Like, the first red flag I had when I started playing the game was when you first get control of your character, and it's a first person looter shooter, and the first thing I do is look down, and I noticed that her body isn't there, nor is her shadow. So she's like literally a floating hand. And I'm like, bro, like, how y'all not rendering shadows at least? Like, that was kind of my thing with Cyberpunk as well, but at least Cyberpunk, you can see your body and see your shadow. And with the help of mods, there's a first person immersive mod where you can actually like see your body like how you would see your body in real life, instead of like when you look down, all you see is your feet. Like, yeah, you can actually see the shirt you're wearing. So that sucks because they have a customized system where you can change your character's outfits and whatnot, and you can't see them unless you play in co-op, because the game is it's tailored to co-op, but the single experience is there, and I'm playing it single, but still, like, that still doesn't, like, if I can't see my character and my friend can see my character, it still doesn't give me the like, oh yeah, like I know what I'm wearing type thing. Like, it doesn't give the full impact when you can't see it in the game. So that was bad. Then of course looter shooters is also one thing. Like my love hate with looter shooters. I like looting in games, but I hate when I don't like looter shooters that don't have a crafting or upgrade customization system. Whereas like I think that's the reason why I couldn't play is it Borderlands? Yeah, I think it's Borderlands. I couldn't play that because like literally it's like, oh hey, you found this nice gun and then you kill an enemy. Oh, you found the same gun but it's stronger. And then it's just keep doing that. Your inventory is just stocking up with the same gun, but it's like each one is stronger than the other. So you just, oh, I gotta salvage this for parts. And it's like, if I could find one gun that I like and just keep upgrading it as my level goes up, that'd be dope. Cause they did that with Destiny 1. The first gun you get in Destiny 1 is like, it's like a typical like assault rifle that you see in like military games or whatever. I like the design of it, and then obviously as the game progresses you get like the more alien type guns like shooting lasers and whatnot, but I actually like that gun, and it's like it's weak and you can't find that gun anywhere else, and you can't, I mean you kind of could customize it but upgrade it, but it can only go so far. It won't last with like, as the enemies get stronger as you progress through the level, your gun is not going to do anything to them. So that's annoying. The no cutscenes. The story is told through narration, random dialogue. Like literally, like you just walk in and some of the NPCs are just having a whole blown discussion on the side, and you can't interact with them. Like you press to talk to them, they're like, "Oh hey." Like, I just heard y'all have a whole conversation. Let me get in on this. So they just have a whole conversation, and you just got to be nosy and listen to it and see you can pick up storyline details, this, that. Like I said, no cutscenes. They only show like a little slideshow thing every time you pick a mission. Of course, reading, pick up logs and diaries, and you got to read that. So it's just mad. Hey, run around and figure it out by yourself through doing tedious stuff kind of things. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. And Layla's ability so far, because I'm still like in the beginning of the game. Her abilities for single player, it's not that good right now, because her abilities is kind of defensive. She has a shield where it can absorb bullets, and she can shoot it back at the enemies, and like kind of blow them back. But the problem is there's a range on it, so you got to be close to them to hit them with it. And of course, if you don't upgrade your ability, it won't really do much. Then her second ability I got is she can like make like she can cast like an elevator, and if you jump on it, it kind of boosts you up in the sky for a bit, which you can upgrade that too. But like I said, that still don't do nothing when you fight against vampires that literally teleport all over the place. They like too fast, so it doesn't help. You can't really escape. Like you literally just gotta run away from these dudes if they like overpowering you. And that's the problem with looter shooters. Like if your gun's not strong enough, you gotta find something stronger. These dudes, vampires, are gonna slap you around. And then what else? There's another ability. There's a few abilities she got, but it's just like starting off in the game. It's gonna be not a challenge, but it's like, it's gonna be like, bruh, like it's kind of dumb. But funny enough, I'm still sticking to this game right now because one, there's really nothing else to play. Two, I'm waiting for the Forspoken DLC, which comes at the end of the month. And that's gonna be the last thing Forspoken related ever because the studio closed, sadly. I know Forspoken Studio closed for that game, which wasn't a bad game at all, really. But this game comes out and they cool because, funny enough, because they have a good track record. They made Deathloop that just recently came out. They made, what's that other game? What's that game, bro? It starts with a D. With a D, I know. I'm gonna hate myself. What's that game? They made Deathloop, they made Prey, and Dishonored. That's the game I was trying to talk about. So they had a good track record because I know these games are actually like fairly enjoyed and loved from the community. Then they came out of nowhere and dropped this soulless crap. I don't know how they got away with that. But yeah, that's what we're doing out here. But yeah, I'm still playing it because despite all of that, if you don't care too much about, like, no, I'm not sitting there reading all the storylines. Since there is no, I guess the good side of that, your character don't have to be involved with dialogue. Like, it's just, hey, select the mission you want to do, go do it, have fun. That's how I'm playing the game. So it's kind of, it's not bad when you play it like that. You just turn your brain off and just run around, fight vampires and cultists, and that's it. Just shoot around. That's it. I'm still sticking to it. I was close to dropping it, but I'm gonna give it another chance. And I might just stick around with it. I probably might beat it. Just beat it. So that's about it. So the games I've been playing. So yeah, going on to films and shows and whatnot. Actually, recently finally watched Ant-Man after I was kind of, MCU drained out, but Ant-Man came out. Well, it finally came out digitally. So I seen that. It was I could see why people didn't like it. I feel like Ant-Man just don't work as a main character. If that makes sense, that's a standalone movie. Like how Hulk is in Ragnarok and Avenger movies is probably how Ant-Man should be. Like, he was dope in Civil War because it was like, for a whole movie that's about spies and government corruptions with Captain America, and here's this dude who can shrink and turn big. That's like, he adds a different element to the whole thing. So, but having him there all the time, I guess it kind of it focused less on the power of Ant-Man. It was more on just Paul Rudd just being Paul Rudd kind of stuff. So that was the little setback there. The Guardians came out. I want to see that. I want to see it in theaters, but I'm probably not. I don't know. If anything, I'll probably see it tomorrow. If I can motivate myself to just go watch it, I'll probably watch it tomorrow. If not, I'll probably wait till it's digital again. Which sucks because Guardians is actually my favorite of the MCU. Like, it's standalone movies. They're my favorite because I mentioned this before. Like, they're the only movies that can, well, except for kind of the second one, but not really. They're the only movies that can work as movies without you having to think about, oh yeah, the MCU. Like, they just work as movies. Some of these other movies, they flaw because, oh, how does this relate to MCU? How is it gonna affect all the characters in the MCU? You don't have to worry about that with Guardians for the most part. So that's why I like them. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I might watch it. I'm still on The Wire. I'm on the last season, which I didn't even realize it's the short. I think it's the shortest season. It's only 10 episodes, so I'm probably gonna breeze through that. Me and my boy actually been me and my cousin actually been when I went to go see him, we were just sitting there like, yo, you should watch The Wire. He's like, hey, you should watch Snowfall. I'm like, I'll watch Snowfall if you watch The Wire. So we've been going back and forth on that. But I don't know if I'll watch. I don't know if I'm gonna watch Snow. I don't know if or when I'm gonna watch Snowfall because we finally got the reveal of Top Boy season 5. It's coming out in September. If y'all don't know about Top Boy, I talked about this a long time on my podcast. It's the best simplified way to think about this is Snowfall and The Wire, but in the UK. So it's about drug kingpins and people trying to take over the drug gang and whatnot, and the quest for power and money. It's all of that, but it's in the UK. So we finally got that. I can't wait to watch that. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be too motivated to watch Snowfall. Even though I still got time from now to September, but things can happen. Got things to do. August is gonna be an eventful month for me. So we don't know. Next thing I've been watching is the Dear Mama Tupac documentary. Was the Tupac and his mother Afeni documentary. I haven't watched the last episode that just came out, the 4th episode, but it's good, man. It's really good, especially the episode before that, the 3rd episode. That one actually made me emotional. It's just, oh man, just the things that my people just go through, and the things people do to put us down, and so much we go through and struggle, and every time we try to rise, they literally plan a whole operation to pull us down. We're not allowed to smile. That's what it kind of feels like at this point. Oh, these dudes are smiling too much, we gotta take them down. We can't just be us and just fend for us. They want us locked into this system, and only we gotta suffer for it type thing. It's annoying. So the documentary is basically, it's the parallels telling of Tupac's mother and Tupac's story, from the upcoming and the parallels they were going through in their the peak of their lives, when she was in the Black Panther Party, and when obviously Tupac was getting big in his music life. So it's the whole parallel of what's going on between them. And it's a great story. Mostly the people who's telling the story is people who, because fortunately both Tupac and his mother is not present to tell the story. Rest in peace to both of them. It's Tupac's aunt, Afeni's sister. Tupac's father actually appears in the 3rd episode. I don't know if he's in this episode. Snoop Dogg, Money B from Digital Underground. They're even using some old footage from when Shock G talked about Tupac. He passed away as well. Former Black Panther members who were there with Afeni when she was part of the Black Panther members, the remaining survivors. And whoever else was present in Tupac's life and Afeni's life, just telling the story, and they're using footage, some unseen footage or better polished version of footage that you can find on the internet, and it just makes the whole story better. So I recommend that. It's on Hulu. I think I forgot how many episodes. I think it's only gonna be 6 episodes. I think it might be one more episode left after this then. Well, no, 2 more episodes, because they're on the 4th episode now. It comes out on Saturdays. So that's a good watch, especially if you're a Tupac fan, of course. But yeah, that's about it. I think that's all I've been watching. I mean, this is obviously side stuff, but things that I've been deeply invested in. I think that's about it. So yeah. So let's go on to this topic. It's kind of 2 parts, but yeah, they might be quick as well too. So today at work, funny enough, because I passed by an elementary school when I work, and since it's close to the end of the school year, literally 1 more month left, and that's fast. I guess they had the students. They were I guess they had them write. I guess final words or farewell words or words of encouragement, I guess, to themselves, on the floor with chalk. So I'm just walking by the school and I'm just seeing all these little words while I'm walking. And it's like, some of them was like, be yourself and be you, do your best, and all of that. And I'm just thinking then about all of us as a whole. Like, I'm thinking about this cycle that we're kind of in. I kind of touched on this too on the previous episode about that point in our life when we lose that innocence, and I guess this kind of trickles into this too. Like, kids, I mean, as humans either, like, period, like, we know deep in our hearts kind of what's right and wrong. That's why they say like God's words, if you're religious, like, is written within you, like, like, what's right and what's wrong. The choice is yours to do what's wrong or what's right. So no, kids know, like, like these elementary school kids, like, 5th grade at most, talking about be you and be yourself. It's like, we know the concept of being ourselves, and we're talking about don't forget to be yourself before when you go into middle school. And I'm like, and I was just thinking to myself, like, I'm like, it's crazy, because little do they know, like, for some of these kids, that message is going to probably vanish in middle school, because somewhere in middle school, that's where the cycle kicks in of us changing ourselves. Especially for me, my personal journey, from 6th grade to 7th grade, I was more into, I guess, caring about females, I guess, if that makes sense. I mean, I always liked females since elementary school, but I guess, like, to make the effort of going out my way to actually, like, be noticed by them, I guess that was like 6th grade, 7th grade for me. So it's like going out my way to act different and be different so I can be noticed. You probably even around friends, probably doing different things. But unfortunately for me, I moved away after 7th grade into 8th grade. So I started new in a new state, and the final year of elementary school. So I kind of shut down the entire year. And then high school was kind of rough starting because I didn't have identity. I didn't have a foundation to go off because I didn't know nobody really from 8th grade going on, like probably like 3 people. So I didn't have a foundation to rely on. And not to mention, I have an older brother who just recently graduated from that school. And my brother and I are kind of complete opposites. So, like, my brother left the school basically being like the most popular person. So by the time I go to the school, everyone who knew my brother there was like coming to me, and it was like, "Oh, you his brother?" Like, yeah. And I'm just like, bro, like, yeah. Now leave me alone. Like, I don't talk to people. I'm like, I'm a mute for the most part. And people like, damn, like, you, like, you're completely not the same. Like, your brother's wild and loud. I'm like, you just don't talk. I'm like, But it's funny because me and my brother, like, when we were together, when we were young, we would kind of be similar. But it's just the way, and that's gonna go to the next topic where I'm talking about too. But yeah, so, and then trying to find my identity. I was trying to stay in tune with what was going on, what was hip, what was cool, the music, the fashion. I was trying to dress differently, trying to be cool. And 10th grade happens. And that's where I went into my depression and whatnot, and completely just lost touch with myself. And 11th grade is completely a blur to me. Like, I guess I was kind of done. So in 12th 12th grade, I kind of just like, all right, I'm starting to pick up new hobbies now, and adjusting my the things I like from what I used to like. And then high school, I kind of like, I was firm on that. So that's why I was thinking about the cycle of when we in elementary school, we know about, being ourselves and, keeping that innocence, like, we're gonna always be ourselves, we're gonna always be the fun kids. And then middle school happens and it's like, oh, we like different things now, so we're gonna have to change who we were so that we can gravitate towards these things. And then high school, you have a fork in the road where it's like you can continue to keep being fake to yourself to fit in with a crowd, or you can deal with your identity crisis and start learning new things about yourself and new things that you like about yourself. And then college is where you gotta stand firm on that decision that you made in high school, and keep going there. Because if you, and hopefully you and like who you became by the time you graduated college, because after that you're gonna start looking at your life like, what the hell happened if you made the wrong choices. So it's crazy that we in elementary, so like I said, so elementary school, we like, yeah, we know about being ourselves, but it takes us all the way to college to realize, oh, I should have just been myself. What the hell happened in middle school and high school? Why didn't I listen to my younger self? So, and like I said, I already touched on this previously about that point in time where we lose our innocence. Like I mentioned, like with girls and technology and all the cool crazes and fads and society. If you like certain things, like I said, for us back in the days, liking anime in public was a no. Now liking anime is is the fun thing. And I don't know what kids is big, oh, you don't like anime, you a loser, compared to, oh, you like anime, you a loser. So I don't know what's the shift now, but back then, like, we couldn't enjoy a lot of certain things that we did privately because we would be mocked for it. So yeah, it's interesting just seeing that, like, we look at kids like, oh, they just innocent, they don't really know better, but we do know better. We underestimate the essence of our soul just because of our age. We don't have the life experience to understand why our belief system is going to be challenged later on, but we were in the right mindset of knowing that be yourself. If you stick with that all the way through to college, you're gonna be great in life. But because of especially the environment, if you live in a place where, like New York, for me, like, you come in school with the wrong looking shoes on, it's over for you that entire day. You getting clowned. So, it's the simple things that makes you have to know, oh, now I gotta make sure I got the freshest shoes on. I gotta make sure my clothes are good because they're gonna laugh at me. Just so for that, now you got completely changed your whole entire clothing lifestyle. So that's it. So yeah, man, can't underestimate the soul of the human being. Despite their age, we were in the right mind when we said be yourselves. It just took us too long to remember that message. And let's also see those videos. So when people do those videos on TikTok or whatever, they do these videos where it's like they meet their younger selves and they're like, oh, hey, and then they ask you, is our life going to be good when we get older? And they sit there and think about all the traumatic things that will happen to them, and it's like, yeah. And it's like, if you would have just listened to yourself when you was younger, you wouldn't have to go through all that. I know some things are out of your control, but other things you could have controlled that. Yeah. So also speaking on to my next topic, just learning more about myself, just my never ending quest of dealing with myself. So to go on to that topic I mentioned with my brother and myself, Learning that I'm not a first impression person. So, that's why I mentioned people like, oh, like, oh, you his brother. You guys are like complete opposites. Like, you so quiet and he's loud, and it's like, yeah, to you, because I don't know you, but you see me and my brother. When we was younger, we're similar. We both goofy. We both crazy. We both be making each other upset. We both be laughing hard at stupid things. uh, we're similar. It's just I know him. I don't know you. You gotta, I'm a work in progress when it comes to trying to build a relationship with me. You have to work for my friendship, whatever purpose I serve in your life. I'm noticing that you had to do that, because I don't just throw myself out there to people like, hey, this is me. I'm weird. I'm funny. I like anime. I make music. You wanna be friends? I'm cool. I'm chill. Like, no, like when you meet me, I'm just gonna be mad. Like, probably won't even speak to you. Like, hey, oh, you're my friend. What's up? And that's it. same tone of voice. So yeah, I'm noticing that. And the only reason I brought that up is because of relationship reasons as well. Thinking about, because most of like every female that I ever like dealt with, obviously I made that move, but also I got to the point in my life where like, I'm tired of pursuing, like, rather they pursue me, but realizing why that's probably gonna be impossible, because I'm not a great first impression person. I don't look the part to be approached, whether it's friendly or romantically. Like, you see me, I don't seem like someone like, oh, I would like to get to know him better. Like, nah, you just have to, like, when we talking to each other and something gonna click eventually when we talking, that, oh, he said something here, I think now I want to get to know him better for real. Yeah, just whatever that moment is. So I guess I put myself in that box there, but I'm accepting that, and I'm not going to change that. I think I like that, because I like knowing that I do have a value, and knowing that if you really want to find that value and seek what it is I have to offer, you have to put in the work. Like when you're trying to have a friendship with me, with anything, friendship or relationship, I always think of things for the long haul. Like, this is not going to be some, hey, we cool just for this moment. Like, nah, if you're gonna be cool with me, I better be invited to your wedding or something. Like, we gonna be that cool. Like, you gotta put in the work though, because I'm having someone like me in your corner. I'm very valuable, and that's how I was joking with my cousins and my boy the other day about, like, with the wrestling game we do. Like, I was like, man, y'all don't appreciate me. Like, because, like, yeah, we all created our characters for the show, but I'm the one who does the live recording, and to make that video, because Twitch, there's a delay from when we watching and our voice delay, so there's a whole delay from our voice to where what actually happens. So I had to find that delay, and match that up, render that video, making all our custom belts so that our belts can actually be catered to our personal production thing. Finding this 2-hour video and chopping all of the matches into 1-minute video highlights for TikTok. Like, I go above and beyond for my friends, but yeah, like I said, you gotta work for this friendship. And I'm still dealing with my not trying to be too clingy with the material things, mainly money for the most part. Like I said, like, oh, like, maybe tomorrow I'll go watch Guardians. But part of me is like, do I want to spend that money? It's like, why not spend that money? I get paid this week. But obviously, yeah, there's other things I got paid for. Well, all the important things have been paid for. So why not? So that's the, cause I was, when I was hanging out with my cousins last week or 2 weeks ago when I was off, we was hanging out and like, despite the circumstances my cousin went through because of my birthday week, it was kind of like, hey, we gonna treat you to this, but it's like, damn, bro, like your house just burnt down. Like you guys are dealing with a lot. You shouldn't be paying for me. But it's like it was just that I didn't even have to like, it wasn't even like, it never got to that point where I could say that. It was like, damn, bro, like it was just like, all right, I got this. Like, damn, they didn't even give me a chance to say shit. Like it's just, obviously he didn't pay for everything, but like, the point. Like there were some things that was like he was just like, man, I got this. Like, damn, like you didn't even give me a chance to like give the speech of why you shouldn't. So it's like just being there, like, hey, you need something, I got you. If I want something, I'll get it. That's like the other day, my mother was like, hey, I want these things for Mother's Day. All right, sent her the money. She got it. It's like not trying to be too clingy about, oh no, I'm spending money. So that's that. But yeah, I think that's about it. No questions for today. I purposely didn't write one. I just wanted to talk. How you guys been doing? But yeah, that's about it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Maybe try to keep this way. Hopefully it was a good balance. I kind of ranted with that Redfall part, but hopefully it was a good balance overall. Maybe I could keep it this way. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And until next time, please be sure to rate this podcast, share it, and all of that good stuff. And yeah, till next time, peace.